Call it a weird situation.
I don't see no one else. Yeah, okay, so we're just, never mind. In fact, fuck everything I said. We're just going to watch something.
Perfect. I like watching.
I should probably give a little, preface this one. So, Nick, this is Nick Cannon basically explaining that one of his, he has, I think, 7 kids. I think this might have been the 8th one. Yeah, I think it's 7 different moms, or 6 different moms, because he has twins. And then, so I guess one of his baby passed on the weekend. And so I don't know what day this was posted, but it was a few days after it during the week. And this is a father who just lost a baby. I think I'm just going to preface it. 7 kids, very hard to give everyone your attention. I think it's kind of fantasy land to portray that. Okay, we'll just play.
Today is a special one, y'all. It's like for many reasons, but it's not going to be an easy one. Because I got so much to talk about. I actually haven't even shared this with anybody, really. I mean, not even, the crew. I came in, today is kind of quiet. And just because there's, so much going on in the world, and I had a very tough weekend.
Tough weekend.
But it's like, before I even get into why, I always, we go to the pick of the day. And I got to show, this is the pick of the day of my youngest son,
Bro, I don't know if I
Scott
could do that.
Cannon,
My
right
kid
there.
just died. I'm not saying that. My youngest son, picture of the day.
So, probably before the show started in the summertime, Zen was born in June, on June 23rd, actually. And, it was a great day. Obviously, y'all know I got a lot of kids. And
Nigga,
Zen's
you want to know what
Zen's
I
my
look like if
youngest,
my baby passed?
And it was so exciting. And I got, I did the
You won't
introducing
hear
Zen
from me.
photo. And
wait a minute.
so during the summer it was really exciting.
No one knew I was going to do this. I have all these photos ready.
Exactly.
No one else
got
knew
2
about
months.
this. This is
Exactly.
a fucking segment.
Like the most loving.
Studio, pull it up.
This is
Pull it
a
up on the
segment.
screen.
Always smiling, always having.
He trying to convince
just
niggas.
the most beautiful spirit. But I always noticed he had like a little, to me it felt like a sinus thing.
Why are you
Like a
explaining
cough.
this?
And I just wanted to check it out. Sometimes early on we thought, because babies get fluid in their lungs and stuff, so we thought, he'll cough it out, and that's what they would say. But he always had this real interesting breathing. And then, by the time he was 2 months old, I noticed he's just the cutest little boy. Has these big eyes. And I also noticed he had a nice sized head. He had I call it a cannon head.
just don't think any of this needs to be
all my
shared.
kids got really nice
And he
round
has yet to say
heads.
that his son passed.
Yeah,
He's
no.
rolling you
Yeah,
in.
exactly.
Golden. Everybody had even me. I had a real Cabbage Patch.
It sounded like
kid
you broke
type of
something in the
head.
house and you
We
start
didn't
with the
think
story.
anything
So
about it.
mom,
He
look,
had
I
a
was
normal-
going
yeah, he
here,
had a
right?
normal cannon head. But I really wanted to,
I
take
came
him
in
to the
quiet
doctor
today.
and
No
get
one knew
the
about this.
breathing and
I just
sinus
told him cue up a
checked out.
bunch
So
of
we thought
pictures
it
of my
was
son.
Yeah, get him ready.
A routine process, and we went in just to check his sinuses, and they actually said his sinuses were pretty cool. But then
There's some
by the
shit I might
time
expect a year
we
after, 6
found
months
out
after.
that he had another condition.
Shit happened this weekend.
And I guess
Nigga, I couldn't talk about Kobe for a week.
Mistaken,
Yeah.
but it was
You talking- I
where
mean,
it
I
was
could, but not like
fluid
that.
That was building up in his head, and that was the cause of his head was starting to get big. And when we found out it was more of they called it
When someone gets
a
emotional, then loses that
malignant
emotion
tumor
ppquickly.
in
Look
his
at this.
head.
He had
and so immediately we had to have
He's reading off a
surgery,
teleprompter,
brain
by the way,
surgery.
Sakib.
We put
That's
a
where he's
shunt
looking.
in his head, and we were hoping for the best. And, the shunt would go down. It's like a tube that would go inside and drain all of the fluid out, so his head.
It's like too much details.
normal and,
Yes, you're giving- it's like you're in an
he'd be able to
interrogation
function.
room.
Yeah.
But then the doctors
And that's
were
what people do.
concerned.
They
When I
start to
say
cry,
I
then they start
thank
explaining,
all of
they
the
lose that
doctors
emotion 'cause they're
at,
focused on trying to get
Children's
they get the
Hospital,
facts
Orange
right.
County, Chalk out there. They were beautiful nurses, the people.
Yeah.
Trinity,
He's presenting
hospice care,
the
all
Yeah,
that.
this
passing
is
of his
theater.
son.
They've been and they were really educating and kind of letting us know everything that was going on. So we were faithful and hopeful for that time. And then it was carried on. He was still just playing with all his brothers and sisters. I get an opportunity. I embraced every moment because of something like that.
'Cause
that was even them with all the other kids, and I just got an opportunity to try to spend as much time. And I really want to say I'm so grateful to my entire family for coming together during this time and being so loving and not judgmental of me or any of those things. And I really have to say, Zen's mom, Alyssa was just like the strongest woman I've ever seen, because she never had an argument, never was angry, you know, was emotional when she needed to be, but was always the best mom and continues to be the best mom possible. So I gotta say thank you to my entire family, but specifically to Alyssa.
Nope, she's not gonna say shit.
Sound like she getting it back.
Thanksgiving, you know, because up until then, he was just like all my other kids, just loving and fun.
Why are you able to explain this like 4 days after, 3 days after, 2 days after?
Interesting turn, and the process.
Nigga, got a lot of kids. He got a big ass head.
You know how
ultimately with
you know how devastated you be, bro.
It was cancer in the brain, and the tumor began to grow a lot faster, and so we knew that the time was.
Cover your face while you get the tears going. Then when the tears come, he's going to uncover his face. It's later
this
on,
weekend, you know, I made a valid effort.
A valid effort? What the fuck is that? I made a valid effort.
The most quality time I could spend with Zen.
This weekend, as he's about to pass, and then watch this.
We woke up on Sunday. Got to spend, you know, the weekend with them, spend the night, and we woke up on Sunday, and I was like, I just feel like I want to go to the water. You know, we're close to the ocean, and you know, we kind of got a chance to go to the ocean.
They did a photo shoot,
bro,
and usually
and he's smiling
on Sundays,
in those first pictures he showed.
Kind of handle everything I had to handle with the family, and then I fly back to New York. I rush back.
Why does he? So he comes out there every Sunday for this kid. What about the other 6?
And so, you know, but I wanted to make sure that
plane trips.
I had allowed the sun to rise and, you know, kind of hold my son.
And have someone else there to take a picture of you smooching the kid.
For real.
And
they got lighting. That's a Canon R5. They took a picture with.
Hey, come with me. We going to.
Happened the last.
Let me not.
Yeah. Okay.
Holding my son.
I just think it's all bullshit.
He's smooching him and smiling in that picture. Sorry. You didn't have to do this.
Bro, it's like a 5-minute segment, like a 10-minute segment.
It was a beautiful setting.
It was a beautiful setting.
Not my kid.
Nigga, I just lost my kid. I don't know.
Spend that whole day. It was interesting because even as I was holding him, I was still preparing my day as it normally went.
Huh?
To come back. And, you know,
do a great show.
I didn't know what it was going to be, but even by the time I got in the car and was headed to the airport, I had to turn around.
Nigga.
Too many details.
Come on, bro. You in an interrogation room? Oh, my God, Nick. Oh, my God.
I turned around, and not only did we get to see the sunrise, but we got to see the sunset, too.
Nigga, what are you talking about? The sunset?
And, I didn't know how I was going to handle it today. I didn't know how, but I just really wanted, you know.
You're smiling, my boy.
I wanted to grieve with my family. You know what I mean?
This is not grieving, buddy. You had a whole segment prepared, and you had all the pictures prepared.
This nigga had a framed picture with bedazzled.
You did a photo shoot on the day of, bro. The weekend of your son's passing, y'all took him out to do a photo shoot.
And I didn't want to make it about any pageantry or any of that type of stuff. So I
no. When you got a live audience, they gotta applause. They gotta do all that shit.
They tell you when to do it.
You don't just go through it. You grow through it. You keep pushing.
Usually
you
paid
know what
extras.
I mean?
Seriously,
I have so much faith in the Lord. I have so much faith in God, and I never. You know, people were often telling me I should pray for miracles, and I did pray for the miracle. I prayed for the miracle of God's strength, and that's why I'm here with you guys today, because
so strong.
I know.
Bro, I'm never going to be on something. My kid just died, and I'm never doing this gesture.
Bro, heaviest weight on the shoulders of his strongest soldiers. So I'm here to show.
What happened to those tears?
I'm feeling it. I'm vulnerable. I'm open. Y'all
see it? Y'all see it? My son just died. Yeah,
this nigga don't care.
This nigga
all about him. That's what my mom was saying. She said it's all about him.
And then you show me after this post, he had like 17 more with like him just doing other shit.
He's trying to get a show cracking. He literally used it to get a show cracking. I didn't know he had a show.
In so many areas in my life, and Dr. Laura has also dealt with some similar situations.
All about you, buddy.
Parents, so she's the perfect person to talk to. She's here today.
Now you talking about your fucking doctor. Is this shit over, bro?
The kind of pain and grief that I'm experiencing right now.
The type of grief I'm experiencing, bro. Look, see, and that's why it's such an uncomfortable, it's such a weird topic to speak on, because he's speaking about a man's baby passing, which is something, you can't question. But it's like, bro, seeing that, I had this, I'm like, Tor, you gotta watch this shit, bro. Like, because I'm looking at the comments, everyone's like, oh my God, you're so strong. I'm like, whoa, I had to run it back. Did he say this weekend?
Yeah.
Imagine Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless. Skip comes on there. So, earlier today, one of my sons, Matthew, right? We always go to the ballpark. We always love to play ball. Yeah. He gives you a whole ass soliloquy.
Synopsis about
he passed today. No, bro.
Yeah.
And realistically, he'd be on that motherfucker crying. My son just died. He'd be like, why did he do this show?
Even go on the
why
show.
Why did he do this show?
Yeah.
You can't do a show after your son just passed. Come on, bro.
Like, most people take days off.
You didn't know him. You didn't know him. I think you didn't know him. The mom got a bag, and she is not going to be allowed to ever speak or be heard from. Because, come on, bro. All the pictures you showed was a fucking photo shoot from that weekend. You said we went to the beach, picture at the beach. They all by the crib. He's smiling in the pictures, bro. Come on,
bullshit.
dog.
It's theater.
And someone's gonna pass, bro. You know what goes through your mind when someone you love is passing? I feel like all of us know at some point someone like you not even thinking about let's take a picture to get. Imagine you say, let's take a final picture to get. Even if you said that, that's one thing. If someone, if for some reason, hey man, come on, let's get it. If that was something like if they asked, that's one thing. But for you to be like, now let's go up to the beach and we have someone with us to take pictures of us. That shit's weird. And he said, I just felt like going by the water. You
just randomly.
Bro,
yeah, the whole story, honestly, if you follow it.
Bro, there's too many details, bro. That's literally what people do in interrogation rooms when they just start adding in extra details and
extra
talking
body
about
language.
all this, man. I love my kids so much. I embrace him, and he had this little thing going on back here, bro. Who are you trying to explain, bro? Honestly, if I saw him in an interrogation room saying this shit, I'd be like, you killed the kid, like that, because just off the interrogations I'd be seeing, when they start throwing extra details, and I'm not saying that in this case, I just think he probably was not that involved, and a lot of it when you have that many baby mamas, you got 10 kids, it's like, yeah, bro. Ask Dwight, nigga, you gonna get the check, here you go.
Yeah.
That
was the most insincere introduction to how
to
who the kid was, one, and then to how his situation was in his passing. It didn't show any remorse, not even remorse. It was just, I don't know, it was bad.
He presented it.
It was
He presented it like he was there for the kid a lot.
And you know what?
But it doesn't seem like that.
It's like he just met him that weekend.
But he tried to. That's the thing. Every single line, you keep throwing little things in there trying to say. But here's what it sounds like. Say you Dwight, you got 10 different baby mamas, right? One of your kids who you never really been a part of their life passes away, right? You never really been around. It's like, oh shit, one of my kids just passed. This gonna make news. I gotta talk about it. All right, so next episode we're gonna do a segment on. I gotta talk about it, and that's pretty much it. I gotta say something, and I gotta just talk about being a good dad. I gotta kind of save face, because if I don't say nothing about it, it sounds like I don't care, because I wasn't really around the kid.
Yeah.
So. Hold on, how can we use this? Let's get, because now you look at his Instagram page, that shit has post after post after post of his show.
Other shit, yeah.
I would have, honestly, if he just didn't even talk about the kid, I feel like he would have been good until somebody asked him about it and be like, yo, I'm not really ready to talk about
I don't know,
that.
but if you just do your show, no, bro, because then you look like you're sick, bro. You just went up and did a show
But the fans don't know that, though. Because the kid's not that popular, and the wife, I'm pretty sure, is not that popular.
It probably would have come out at some point, though.
But guess what? Nick Cannon's kid passed away, and then it's he didn't say anything about it. Who would break that news, though?
I'm not sure, but
people in the industry.
I don't know if people would have found out, but I feel like if you're a celebrity of that stature and one of your sons dies, bro, I don't know. I don't think you could just not say nothing about it, because then if it does come out and they're just like, wait, he did a show the next day and he was straight. I don't know, bro. It's all weird. And some people
at that point, he could hit him with the everybody grieves differently. I wanted to grieve in private. Boom.
So you're saying he didn't need to do this, basically?
I think it was extra. I told you what I think it is. I think it's theater. He used to have his Cannons class. He was going to Howard on his Black Pro shit. Had a turban, I think a turban or the wrap on. Had people on there talking some real shit, talking about Egyptians and black people was kings and gods. Made one comment about Jews that got blackballed. Straight up blackball. Pulled his shows, wilding out. You're done. This nigga, I think he got pulled from America's Got Talent, all that shit. Pulled. Now he has his own random offshoot C-list fucking show, Nick Cannon. So it's
and he still has wilding out, right?
I don't know. They probably still air it.
So what's your premise, or what do you think?
my premise.
No, because you were explaining. You were in the middle. You said he had this. He got canceled for the Jew shit. He had these shows.
Yeah. So conspiracy shit, but like you can't say shit like that. You can't come on TV like pretty much what the celebrity that you're awarded is because they want you in that spot. Like the people that run Hollywood and the powers that be, like they're pushing you in that spot. You don't just make all that money just because like you're talented, yes, but they're not just gonna put you in front all the time. Like you're not just gonna be the front guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's like, okay, we want you there. You fuck up or say some shit about us or about the industry or talk too much. Like we hear rappers talk about it all the time. You get chastised for it. You get ostracized for it. You don't get jobs. You don't get put on nothing. You won't be in another fucking movie because they don't clear a movie unless it's like approved by somebody, a studio owner who doesn't have my last name, who doesn't have your last name or your last name. It might have a Wits at the back of it. Yeah. So, motherfucker, you're not doing shit. You think you about to have your face all on Hollywood for some shit? Fuck no. You gonna have to, with the baby, like different shit, but same shit. You gonna have to appease us. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to save your own face. Say sorry. Your biggest rapper, top star, entertainer. You know what I'm saying?
Does this tie into the baby? Does this tie into
the celebrity, a black celebrity who has said something against powers that be that now has to come out and do some shit, like, and say some shit. And to kind of like save his own career at a certain point, because he's like, oh, I fucked up. I kind of flew too close to the sun and I bit the hand that feeds me.
But what's the full premise I'm saying? Because like I'm just not seeing how this correlates to him talking about his baby. Are you saying that his baby was like a sacrifice type thing? Or are you saying?
I don't know. I wouldn't.
Bro, you cannot explain all that to be like, well, I don't know how it relates to this.
I think it was. Honestly.
Okay, and then I'm trying to help you get to your point. God damn, I'm like, bro, he going in because the baby and fuck. Go on.
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to like, all right, so you saying this happened? Or, all right, what are you saying though?
Well, with the, what's it called? Like, you were talking about the, what's it called? In my head, I thought you were going into the direction of like, oh, now since he had a baby die, it's like he had to be hyper aware of how he's going to go about it. So it seemed very staged.
Bro, that's your whole shit. I think he just didn't know the baby, bro. He did not. He was not around. This nigga just tried to finesse it like, I'm a grieving dad. But like that shit, bro, who didn't say like, are you sure you want to? Oh, wait.
If I lose, it's okay.
Hey, but that's right. Hey, no one in the studio knew he was going to do this. Yeah, no one knew it. I came down.
Studio.
I had my hat low today. I had my little hood on. No one. Do you know how long you prepare for a show? Do you think that we think that you guys are just freeballing? Yeah, all that shit coming up on the screen, like, you know how much goes into pre-production for a show. You got here hours earlier, my guy. You didn't just walk in. Everyone's like, is Nick good? Oh, who knows? Okay, what's he gonna talk about? Yeah, we don't know. He's just gonna go up there. Yeah. Bro, come on now. That's straight cap. So it's like, even if y'all like everyone watching think like we just hating or we on some, it's like, bro, okay, at least that part has to be a lie. Like we have to know that is a lie. Like you can't. You tried to phrase it like that, and it wasn't like that. The cameras are dead.
Oh yeah, like.
I mean, that's pretty much all I had to say about that. Just as far as like, come on, bro. It didn't look like a father. That's all I really say. It did not look like a father. Like, God forbid something happened to me.
He kept having disconnect, yo. Like especially with his body language. Like when he's talking, it's like you're talking to an audience or whatever, but next thing you know, your eyes just keep wandering everywhere.
He looking at the teleprompter,
and
bro.
all this hand movement, all this type of stuff does not look like somebody who.
He look uncomfortable, like he wants you to believe him. That's the thing. All the fucking body language, this covering his face, hand over the face. All I know is, bro, God. No. He did. We looked close. He dropped one tear. He went like this. He went, and then as soon as the tears start coming down. And then he went right back talking. That shit clears up.
2 seconds later,
that's what doesn't happen. That's what doesn't happen. When you grieve and talking about something, you crying, the emotion won't change. You're gonna have trouble getting words out. But when they'll do it all the time in interrogation rooms, they start to cry, and then when they start having to talk about more facts, they go from crying to so then we went there, and then because they're trying. It's too hard to fake emotion and be thinking about how you're presenting. When you're just crying, you're giving raw emotion, you're not thinking about it. You're just crying and saying. So you might say, that's why people say crazy shit when they're crying, or they have a totally different outlook. But when you immediately just cue back in and now you're just smooth talking, you're trying to figure out the answers, that's what that shit is.
It's wild to me that actors really think that they could get away with
Jussie Smollett.
Exactly. Bro,
oh,
I'm
man.
just about to bring that shit up. Bro, that's crazy. You know you got convicted? Or not convicted, you got